And next up, we have Team Grimoire versus Sakuzio versus Lore, Arcana Eden from Arcaea. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician slash composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be a professionally trained musician to understand what is happening here musically. If you like the sound of that and you're watching this on the YouTube video, on the archive, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, notifications, all that good stuff. Be warned, this is recorded live on stream, so that means I'm going to be pausing a lot. This is my first time hearing this song. We're doing this on one take, so I'm going to be explaining things as I hear them. And, of course, I might stumble upon my words here and there, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to listen to this song uninterrupted, I will be linking it in the description. So let's start this. Arcana Eden. Let's go. Okay, I like how the glitching of the this what sounded like glitching, static, tuning into the television turned out to be the rhythm. The initial rhythm. Then we have our first little like percussion at the top, sounding like kind of like in between a music box, maybe a xylophone, some sort of like synthesized, like a synth kind of thing with our initial motif. The motif, of course, being the smallest version of our musical idea, the seed from which everything else happens. I will answer those after the video. Let's continue. We bring in some real cool bass. Sounds like a guitar as well, with another motif. Another motif. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. Okay. Okay, so we are having three composers pit at one against the other. So we just heard three separate motifs for each of the individual composers. Which one is which? I don't know, but it's really cool that each of them is doing their own thing, having their own seed, and they are going to pit against one another. How this is 3 minutes only, let's see how it plays out. But that means this is very unusual, because usually most of the tracks we've done on this channel have had one motif, maybe two. This is three separate motifs, kind of unrelated to each other. This is very, very interesting. Let's continue. Connected by this bass. Let's see. Oh, I love this kind of, like, just, you have this almost like droplet of water, rippling water, bass, that gives you a little bit of silence, and then you can crescendo whatever you have. Crescendo just means gets louder, right? And this sound, I think we're about to get a drop, but it sounded like a reversed sample of a bell going off, repeating over and over again. Oh. Okay. Different drums going here and there. We're going really fast over here. Oh my god, blink and you'll miss it. That piano went really, really, really fast. That's insane how fast that piano was going. So it might be a calamity. It might be, I'm not entirely sure, but let's... And I like this. Okay, first off, the drums are going absolutely bonkers. The tempo for this must be absolutely insane. Tempo, of course, Italian for time, is how fast the beat is going to be. BPM is what we use nowadays. We used to use expressions for that. So, you know, back in the day, you used to say this was like moderato, or vivace, or allegro, or all of these different expressions that that you could have to give you kind of like a vibe of how fast this would go. This sounds kind of like a vivace. Nowadays, since we have developed metronomes that are more mechanical, we just say, oh, like 200 beats per minute, and that's it. I'm still of the old school when it comes to mine. So like my orchestral compositions, I have that. I don't like having the exact BPM. I like to give them a feel. So it's a rhythm game. Okay, so yeah, we have the concept of tempo going really fast, and then we are doing this escalation because again, when you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You're building tension or you're resolving that tension. And the way we are building tension is by doing a type of modulation. Modulation being the concept of when you go from one key signature to another. Key signature being, wow, we're tying a lot of concepts here. Key signature is just the group of chords that you're using, the group of chords that you're using in this scale. And what we're doing right now is doing what is called direct modulation. Direct modulation just means you just go. Usually when you have a modulation, when you do modulations, most of the time you're going to do a cadence. And the cadence is going to be a series of chords that takes you from one key signature to another. A direct modulation completely ignores that. You're in the old key, now you're in the new key. Straight up. We're doing that, and we're doing this in what is called stepwise motion. Stepwise motion is just, we were in this key signature, we're going one step up the scale, and instead of having that staying in that old scale, we are just modulating straight into the key signature of that new chord. You know, welcome to today, how you doing? Are now primarily Team Grimoire, accused you contributing to... Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, we're having a lot of... This is going really fast, no wonder it's 3 minutes long. Man, the piano's going absolutely insane. So yeah, I can hear the piano and I can hear some strings in the background doing... If they were a little bit louder, they would be doing what I like to call a flying melody. I'll respond to that in a moment. A flying melody. This is a colloquial term. Colloquial terms are not official academic terms, but it's just how I like to refer to things to make it easy to understand, right? So a flying melody, we have a very, very busy bass and drums going on right now, giving us the landscape. We're having the piano kind of going up and down, and then we have the strings in the back, keeping a very, very simple melody. And when you have that, usually you would have the melody at the top, and it kind of gives you the feeling that you're flying, and you're looking down upon the rest, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you just feel that you're soaring through the landscape that you're in. We've seen this concept with Ultrakill, where you take that flying melody and you put something on top of it, so now you no longer feel like you're flying above, you feel like you're flying through. So it gives you this sense of claustrophobia to an extent, because now you're flying, and if imagine flying through a tunnel, right? Like, even if it's a big, tall tunnel, the idea that there's a roof on top of you and you're flying through, it gives you that sense of danger and claustrophobia, of being entrapped, and it gives you that extra rush. And on top of that, we're having extremely fast drums, extremely fast piano. This is incredible. Modulation, cadence. Okay. We went from one composer to the other, one section to another. We completely changed the drums. We went from what sounded kind of like a drum and bass kind of thing to just dubstep on cocaine. Lore. Okay. Cool. Thank you for letting me know. Very fast. Focusing on the... Yeah, now we have a chorus doing these stingers in the background, these short bursts of music. Yeah, we've completely gone to a very different place. That's wild. You know, this is hard gigs? It's really hard gigs, yeah. That's insane. Okay, and now one of my favorite things to do when you have this kind of intensity, a way to make you feel like you're up suspended in the air, like you've gone off the ramp and you're now just suspended, and that sense of zero gravity. Take away the drums. Take away the bass. And that's what we got now. We're back to Sakuzio. Thank you for letting me know. It's really good to have these live updates here. Back to Sakuzio, and now we have this high-end, just slower melody, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall back down. Let's see. Yeah, we have that distant kick bass. Organ. Now we have vocals and organ, and always reporting live on air, right? So having these, the change from piano to organ is always that changing on scale and vibe. Of course, you know, the sound makes it that way, but there's always the psychological aspect of it. A piano, beautiful instrument, very complex mechanically, very royal, very majestic kind of thing, but it's still a one person. You can fit it in most rooms, especially, you know, those house pianos, the ones that are vertically made. A grand piano, not as easily, but you could probably fit it in most places. An organ, on the other hand, especially if you're talking about a pipe organ, yeah, you need a big building. They are very expensive. You need a lot of room for them. They are very difficult, very expensive to maintain, that kind of stuff. They're way bigger in scale. So usually you will see an organ, especially like the big pipe organs, on churches, cathedrals, concert halls, symphony halls, that kind of thing. So the difference is the piano is more accessible, more than to the individual, and the organ is more tied to the institution, to the greater than you, grander than yourself, just completely overwhelming sense of something being of overwhelming sense of hierarchy, let's call it that way, right? So yeah, there are entire churches that are built around the organ. It's one of those things that you can make a living room around a piano, but you have to make a building around an organ kind of situation. So it's a very, very different approach. And with those facts in mind, now you have the concept of this is up here. It's up above, unreachable, always almost divine, overwhelming, as I said, sense of hierarchy. Yeah. Henry, yeah. We take that away, and we bring back the drums. Synths. Oh, it's really good. Oh, and there's always that really cool thing about dubstep that not many other genres have, being able to interrupt your own music with those kinds of silence and make it sound awesome. Not many other genres have this. Like, maybe gent. I don't like how it sounds in gent. Jazz kind of has this, but this is something that electronic music has that pretty much no other genre has. It's a very, very unique thing where you can just hit the kill switch on this thing and it just works. It just works. It just makes it sound glitchy. It makes it sound more techno than it is. It's just really cool. There you go. We're still playing one of those motifs. Bring back the drum of, I think, the Lore. Ooh, that's a big orchestra now. I've got the strings and with the techno. Full drop. Okay, we're in Russia now. Bring out the vodka. Oh my god, this is... Oh, Team Grimoire and Lore. These are really cool combinations, dude. You can, like, I don't know these composers, and I can tell their styles apart already. This is insane. Especially those synths. Oh! Oh my god! Ooh. Oh, there you go. It's gonna we have and it keeps going. Ooh. Oh man, with those strings and the so yeah, a moment of silence, and there you go. You ended with that same static that you started it with. Oh my god, that was insane. That was a trip. That was a trip. You know, a composer is good when you can tell a track is made by them 100%. There you have it. Oof, that was wild. That was wild. There you have it. That was Team Grimoire versus Sakuzio versus Lore. Arcana Eden from Arcaea. What a track, dude. Oh my god. There you have it. There you have it. Holy shit. Once again, everybody, this has been a Bastards LFA. That was incredible. I'm a professionally trained musician, composer. I hope I have explained things in a way that you don't have to be a professionally trained musician to understand what has happened here. Musically, this one was difficult to do, but there you go. If you like the video and you're watching this on the video archive, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, notifications, all that good stuff. If you want to request a song and you're not watching this on the live stream, go to the Discord. We're doing this now on the Discord. There's an LFA requests channel. Just drop the YouTube link of what you want over there. I'll review it and put it on the offline queue. If you want to catch the streams live, they are we have the schedule on the Twitch channel as well as on the Discord. Discord has a stream schedule channel. They show the stream times on your local time zone so that you can do that. And there you go. What a track. Oh my god, I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching, for all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm still processing what we just went through emotionally. So there you have it. Arcana Eden from Team Grimoire, Team Sakuzio lore. There you go. There you go. Really good stuff, man. Oh, that was insane. But yeah, it's